Hello, good morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Chalo, nice to see you. Very good. It's 6:32 in the morning, and good to see all you guys in the house. Good morning, Manish, Rushikesh, Bhavya, Krishna, Mangesh. Good morning. Good morning. Nice. Good to see you in the morning. Suraj, Samish, Manu. Okay, and all the members in the house. Lizania, Ayaz, Pratik, Yadav, Vijay, Gagana, Swapnil. Okay, chalo, nice to see you. Hey, guys, there is one thing. Whenever you wake up in the morning, okay, how the top CEOs they live their company. Okay, not the company, how they live their life is key. Don't start in worry, don't start in stress, don't start in pressure. Okay, right now you want job or whatever your life purpose and targets will be. Okay, you have 24 hours, and you always start your day with a peaceful state of mind because a calm, clear mind is more powerful to solve any problem of the life. But if you start in panic and worry and confusion and tension, your life may this is not happening, that is not happening. When I like stress is going to like destroy a lot of lives. Okay, so you need to make your weapons, which is your mind and the body, really composed, sensible, and with great power to analyze and overcome any situation. So it should be calm and composed. Okay, and for that reason, we will start this morning program with like around 5 minutes of meditation. Okay, just a few deep breathing, 5 minutes of meditation, and after that, we will be getting started with the activities by which we can strategize getting the results and become a high performer and accomplish whatever we want, be it job hunting or anything else. Okay, so that will be the later for. So to start with, guys, first of all, don't sleep in your bed. If you have made up to this call 6:30 a.m. in the morning, don't lie on your bed. Okay? Wake up from that, go away, maybe wash your face up, sit in a separate place in actually 1 hour zone where you really put efforts on yourself. Okay? If you are just sleeping and listening, it will not anyways work for you. Okay? Or zyada neend aayegi. So for that, just move away, wash your face with cold water and sit for 1 hour in a separate space and try to involve in everything that we are discussing or doing. Okay? So that's really important. And now we'll do some quick breathing. I'll be playing up some headspace meditation just for 5-10 minutes so that our mind starts clean. Meanwhile, take a few deep breaths, guys. Okay, inhale from your nose deep and slow and exhale from your mouth. Breathe in from your nose deep and slow and breathe out from your mouth. And with every breath, feel powerful about today. It's a new day, it's a new beginning, and know it deep down, you will be solving all your life challenges. Okay? Inhale deep and slow and exhale. Okay? Now I'll be playing up. Let's just focus on this.
Although we might think we're a certain type of person, the more we witness the transient nature of body and mind, the more we realize that our true nature is forever undefined.
Okay? And team, just know this thing. All the top CEOs every day they start their day with proper breathing practice, mindfulness activities with meditation. Because of that, they are able to solve very complicated challenges also. Okay? Get your mind right and you can accomplish big things in your life. So only for next 6 minutes we'll be doing this. Let's get started.
So as human beings, we like to define things. We like to put labels on things, to put things in boxes. That's especially true when it comes to ourselves. We like to think of ourselves as a certain type of person. We may wish we weren't that kind of person, but we have still decided to think of ourselves as a certain kind of person. Doesn't matter whether it's the body, and of course the body's changing all the time. We see it. We see it when we look in the mirror, but on a scientific level, sort of the cells in the body are constantly changing. In fact, the entire body changes over a matter of sort of months or so. Our emotions, we may have a tendency towards a particular emotion, but no emotion is there all of the time, even though, again, it might feel like that sometimes. Emotions kind of come and go, they change as well. So we can't be that emotion. We can't be that person. And likewise with our thoughts. Thoughts come and go. We might have very defined storylines that feel very rigid, very permanent. But the more we examine those, the more we look at them, the more we see they're just collections of thoughts, repeated over and over again. So as we look at these changing conditions, we find that actually there is nothing that is permanent. There is nothing that is stable, and there is nothing that can be defined. And that's freedom. So making sure that you're sitting comfortably, that you're not going to be disturbed for the next few minutes. Just beginning with some nice big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, focus on that feeling of the body expanding as it takes in fresh air. As you breathe out through the mouth, just focusing on that sensation, the muscles softening, relaxing in the body. Just one more time, breathing in through the nose. And as you breathe out this time, just gently closing the eyes and allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. And just feeling the weight of the body press down. Feeling that point of contact. Noticing the sensation of the hands and the arms resting on the legs. And beginning to notice a space around you, in particular any sounds. Easy to get caught up in thinking about them, but just allowing sounds to come and go, just noticing as they pass. And then as you bring the attention back to the body, starting at the top of the head, just scanning down. Just building up a picture. How the body feels. Not trying to change anything, just noticing. And beginning to notice the breath as well. So noticing how the breath's behaving right now, whether the breaths are long or short. Noticing where you feel the movement. just resting the attention on that movement. Counting if it helps you maintain focus. And realizing when the mind's wandered off. And then just letting go of any focus on the breath or any distraction. Just coming back to that feeling of contact, of weight between the body and the seat beneath you. Back to the sounds around you. And then in your own time, just gently opening the eyes again.
Okay, take a deep breath and exhale. Breathe in deep and slow and exhale. Again, one more time. Inhale and exhale. Okay. Just load this thought in your mind. Okay. You're strong, you're capable. You can solve any challenge of your life. You have strong belief system about you. You are intelligent, you're smart. You can figure out all the solutions for every problem that you have. Okay, getting the job or solving any other complexity of your life. You have what it takes within you to accomplish massive results and success in life. You need to be a strong believer that you have potential, you have capability, and you are ready to put as hard work as it takes to become successful. With this attitude, let's start the day. Okay, I will solve all my problems today. I will work as best as I can, and I will overcome all the challenges that the day or the life has to offer. Okay? So keep this attitude. Okay, I am going to solve all my problems. I am capable. I am brave. I am courageous. I am bold. I am smart. I am intelligent. Do a positive self-talk that will keep your spirit always high to accomplish great things in life. Take a deep breath, exhale. One more time. Rub your palms against each other. Pull it over your face. Slowly open up it. Okay. Okay. So fine. Initial few minutes. Get started. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. As part of today's session, we are going to straight away jump on with how do you get your results in life. Okay. So right now you guys are, yes, majority of you are job seekers, job hunters. I really want you to tell that there is a simple system. If you do it properly, consistently, you will get rewards. Okay? Now let me share my screen. Everybody, please stay focused and involve and take actions along. Okay? Chalo, I'm sharing my screen. Yeah, here it is, notepad. Okay, देखो, simple this thing is, we want to get job. Okay, this is the target. And you need to understand that no matter what is happening in the market right now, No matter what is happening in the market right now, there are openings, there are positions, and because I know the industry from inside, okay? Even if it is a tough market, there are people switching their jobs, going to someplace else. Okay, market might have been affected, but internally there is a rotation happening. Okay, for some projects, the clients are saying, okay, we cannot pay money, but for some projects, there are requirements also coming. Okay, there is a need of business expansion also. So up and down, everything is there. Okay, so now you need to start thinking in such a big IT industry, you just want one job, and it is definitely there, no matter how tough the market, because IT is not going anywhere. People need to do projects and they have to get the best thing out in the market. Okay, so jobs are there. Just know that. We need to find it. We need to be patient enough to get it and crack it. Okay, that's the attitude which you should have. Without hope, nothing works out. If you just start believing or waiting for something, that's never going to happen. When will the market improve? What if it never improves? Right? Waiting is not an option. No matter how tough the market is, in that you should get your job. That's how it is. Okay. Now, guys, there is a simple 5-step system. Okay. You do this thing regularly, and as a result of that, you will get job. It's a logical system. Okay. Now let me just show it on the screen to you. Yeah. So this is what it is. And this system can solve all your problems of life. Okay, the simple system, 5 steps: setting goal, planning towards how are you going to accomplish it, then taking massive actions on a regular basis to accomplish it. Next, whatever actions you are taking, try to learn from that. What is working, what is not working, why it is not working, and how you can change things, and then replan those things. And then again, massive actions, and just keeps running through this circle. And as long as you're sticking to your goal and improving on your action, it's just time. Along with time, you will start ending up getting the results. It's a pretty simple system, and it is so powerful that any problem of your life from any field can be solved with this simple system. And not just for today, but for your entire life. Okay? But every step is important. If you do every step properly, then you will be getting results with it. Lack anywhere, okay, you will not be getting results. Okay? Every step is important. Now let's dig down what, and then we will convert this into your job seeking goals. This is a miraculous system, simple but very powerful. And forever throughout your life, you can stick with this and you will get results guaranteed. Guaranteed milega. Okay? Now, what exactly the steps are? First of all, you need to have very strong, crystal clear clarity. Okay, what is it that you really want? Okay, the more concrete your need or your goal is or your aim is, the more precise it is, the better you will get it. Okay, but if it is scattered, if the focus is scattered, rest of the things are not going to work out. What does this mean? You need to have a very clear cut goal. What kind of job are you looking for? Okay, for example, just don't say I'm okay with Java job also, Python job also. Nothing. If you give a statement like that, that itself means 50-50 attention is split. Now you don't know whether you should search for a Java job or whether you should search for a Python job. Your preparation will be broken. Your focus will be broken of how to get it. You need to have one clarity. Okay, what kind of role you really want to get into. Okay? And then accordingly, you have to study whether your goal is right now in need in the market. Can you get that? Clarity is everything, and try to be as concrete as possible. Don't try to jump into multiple things together. Try to start with one and then stick with it long enough. You will be getting. Many people don't get to the results because they're trying to juggle many things together at the same time. That doesn't work out. Okay? So the point is, you need to have first very clear cut clarity about your goal, and which includes what is it that you are looking for. So your statement should be like, okay, I want to be a Angular developer, React developer, Java developer, Python developer, whatever, but clear cut one thing, ask for it. I want to be this. Okay, and then comes with how much package are you looking for. Okay, dekho guys, you might have specifics. You need to understand, dekho, everything is practical. You might have some specifics कि भाई मेरे को चाहिए 4 lakh package wala job or 5 lakh package wala job. It's okay, it's fine to ask for it. The thing is, maybe some of the companies in the market will not pay that, but there will be some companies who will pay that. Now the point is, if you then you're narrowing down your search. Okay, so from, let's say, 10 companies, if 3 companies are okay to pay 5 lakhs, okay, then you should search more of these kind of 3 companies. So what happens is, the more clear you are in what you want, accordingly you can plan your next actions. Okay, and if you're okay with just anything, maybe it is fine. Okay, no need to really define your package ranges and all. But at least guys, देखो एक तो होता है कि set up a target कि भाई minimum 3 lakh का पैकेज तो निकालना ही है, not less than that. ठीक है? Why? Because what is happening is, at the same time, in the market, then you will just start working for companies where they are not even paying anything, even at beginner roles. But if you can really search for companies who are ready to offer 3 lakh package, even as a beginning, even in the current recession times, first try to hunt for that very aggressively, because there will be such companies. You need to find them, reach out to them and make it work. Aggressive actions will be required. But if you just keep it open-ended, the point is, it is possible for you to get good package and a job, but because you don't have clarity of your focus, you end up even taking jobs which are not even offering money. So without clarity, confidence will also not come, and that is where you will be okay with any job. The lack of clarity is going to have consequences. Okay? So at least I would say minimum package ka try karo. Okay? And then accordingly apply, follow up with those companies who are really ready to offer something, and at least for 1 month try for that to get results. But everything else also needs to be done. For 1 month hard work into this. But if you are seeing, okay, then no, the market is not really offering me with the package, and so maybe current time mein thoda or lesser karna hai, or you have to go maybe in a not money related work at the beginning to get in, maybe that changes you can do. But first try for actually getting what you really want, which is a proper paid job in some good company, or in not just good companies also fine, beginner company, startup company. But I'm saying you need to first fix what is it that you really want, what kind of role, how much package, and then comes the third thing, by when you want it. Okay, now let me just write these things down. So the first step is goal setting. We need to answer 3 things: what role you are trying for, how much package you are trying for, next, why, when you want it. These 3 things very clear. We will take some time to write it down, but you need to understand the thing is, sir, just be with me. Okay? So all the successful people on the planet have a very clear clarity, okay, when are they going to accomplish their results. Okay, everybody have very detailed clarity when are they going to accomplish their results. And I repeat this again, yesterday we spoke about it at high level. You have to keep your emotions outside. Emotionally, if you ask this question, when do you want job, you will be like, I wanted job yesterday itself, I should already have a job by now. But that doesn't change. Do you deserve the job? Are you good enough, prepared enough? And have you put the hard work for getting the job? And that questions will just answer you whether you're good or not. Okay? Now the point is, when you want it has to be a completely practical strategy. Okay? And whatever date you choose, you need to have a practical approach, practical strategy. Okay, first I will do this for 2 days, after that I will do this, after that I will do this, and then by the end of this time, all my activities are in line that I will definitely get the job in, let's say, by the end of this month. Okay, now I'll tell you one simple way of looking at it. Dekho, this date is not wish. This date you have to make it practical. First, you have to have a date. Open-ended without dates does not work. Okay, you take any business industry. For my projects, many times it has been the case that my first deadline is always fixed. Whenever a project is starting, there is a deadline coming. It tells us by which this project can go to production. That deadline is defined before we even start working on the project. Okay? People call it like ballpark estimate at a high level. Before even the coding happens, tell us how much time it will take for how many people to finish this project on time. Estimations, ballpark estimates. Now, what does this mean? The real world is successful because there are deadlines. You need to bring the same level of seriousness towards your getting the job as well. And it has to be practical, not emotional. Okay, emotionally, though, yes, everybody wants it today or tomorrow. But is it really going to happen? But the thing is, if you take right actions, then you can predict whether results are going to come or not. You can actually predict that. Okay, and we have already summarized the ideas also as part of week 1 of how you can get more job offers. Now, considering that action planning of getting more job calls, okay, using that system, then defining how much actions you will take, you need to have a clear-cut clarity by when do you want job. Yesterday we said you have to prepare for 5-6 hours daily and hunt for 5-6 hours daily. Both things when you do it, and then in how much time do you predict? Then what is your target? In 1 week, what should be the state? In 2 weeks, what should be your state? In 15 days, what kind of status? In 1 month, what kind of status? How your progress will be, and accordingly, by when do you think you will get the job? And guys, देखो, यहाँ पे there is a simple fact. If you say कि by August end तक ही I want to have a job, yes, your life, your rules, you define what you want by when you want it. Okay, deadline could be anything. But now comes the question. If you are saying it is August end, you need to immediately ask a question, how much effort you should put on a daily basis to get the job by August end. Okay, and let's try to build it down. Okay, just be along with me. This is critical stuff. If you say that by August end, I want to have a job, instead of simply saying August end, let's name it down as well, 31st August. It is fine to ask for 31st August, but the question is it practical ask? And it's not a wish. It is something which has to be possible. Because if it is not possible, wishing for it is also like madness. You need to get concrete and get what you want from life with proper deadline, proper strategy for getting it. Now, 31st August, if you're saying by 31st August, I want to have a job. Now, kya required hota hai? In order to get the job, you need to give multiple interviews, and that too with at least you feel it has gone positively. Okay. Now let's say number of interviews. So let's reverse track it. Okay. Reverse engineering, right? If you want to have one job, one offer by 31st August, then that means, let's say you might have to give 3 interviews where you feel positive that it went good. This is all backtracking. 3 interviews, you should feel positive. Array, it went really good. And out of this 3, ek job mil hi jayega because you have given really nice interviews. Now comes the question, for getting a feel that you have given 3 positive interviews, maybe how many total interviews might be to take? It depends. You know you how best or worse you are. And maybe you might say, oh, 10 interviews I should give. Depending upon your preparation, you might say, oh, maybe 5 interviews. May say if 3 I give from 5, maybe 3 are good enough for me to take it good. But if somebody is not really that prepared, he might say, oh, maybe I would have to give 10 interviews. Out of that, then 3 will be like, okay, went to good types. Depends upon how you are, what you are. Let's say for number's sake, 10 interviews you need to give. Just bracketing. Now comes the question, how can you arrange these 10 interviews? Okay, for getting 10 interview calls, how many screening calls will be required? Nothing but HRs calling you for giving you, okay, at least come for interview and such things like that, initial discussion. How many screening calls required in order to get 10 interviews arranged for you? Everything is practical. There's no emotions attached. Agar if you want to have an interview scheduled, how many screening calls like HR calling you for opportunities will be required? And then maybe a question like, okay, not sure. For 10 interview scheduling, you have to start thinking. Your brain should work. You should become smart in figuring out things, not wishing for it, but making life happen, making results happen. Somebody might say, okay, pata nahi yaar, if let's say 1/3 ratio, if we take it, maybe 30 screening calls, because not everything gets converted into interview scheduling. There are people in the group, they are saying, yeah, HR is calling us, but after that, they are not scheduling the interviews. They are only calling, checking. That means resume shortlisted, but further, they are not arranging for interviews. Okay? Whatever it is, but you might have some numbers. You need to get these numbers filled based upon your life situation, how good you are or how much you're progressing. Now, let's say getting 30 screening calls will give you 10 interviews. Out of that, 3 interviews will go good, and then one offer will come. Now comes the question, 30 screening calls. How will you arrange those 30 screening? And then comes the job hunting strategy, which we already discussed. Apply, drop email, network with LinkedIn people, okay, LinkedIn daily posting, and follow. This is a full job strategy. It will work, guys. There is no other way that it cannot work. It will work because you're dealing with human beings. If there are openings, if you're good, something will happen, magic will happen. Now, this is the system. If you keep applying, we discussed this already on the last Friday, very detailed. If you keep applying this, apply for companies, drop them an email, network with professionals on LinkedIn of that company having that job opening, and then daily stay active on LinkedIn, and then keep following up between your old contacts, at least 3 to 5 times following up with them, not just forgetting and leaving it one time. You do this thing long enough, and screening calls will start coming. Now comes the question. This you have to measure. Now comes the question, in order to arrange 30 screening calls. Now, this is an important question. In order to arrange 30 screening calls, how much you should apply daily? How many professionals can you network with on a daily basis so that this will become possible in how much time? Okay, now these are the two questions. Now you have to figure this thing out. How much daily action? देखो guys, intention में काम नहीं करना. You cannot take stress and worries with you. We all have 24 hours. You have to use your best 24 hours and get practical about it. 24 hours is other 48 hours. You cannot work in one day. You can work only 24. And in that only 24, you cannot do magic. You can do what you question. All this technique which we discussed. From this 24 hours, how much daily actions you can take? Daily actions might give you 30 calls in the duration that you want, but then you have to predict, if daily I do these many set of actions, then for how long I should do these actions. It could be maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It completely depends, because your goals, your things are different. Daily actions, if you take, then define figures. Okay, daily I will apply for 20 companies, drop email to them, network with whatever. I think there is a weekly limit of 150, weekly limit of 150, daily posting one post, following up per week once, then accordingly some numbers you are coming up with. Okay, some statistics have to be there. Daily, how much you will apply, how much you will connect. If you don't have a track here daily, at least weekly limits, practical again. You cannot connect 500 people in 1 week because LinkedIn is not going to allow that. Okay, maybe yes, you can drop more emails, but you cannot do this. So you need to know the limitations of the game you're playing. And daily this much post, and daily, like weekly ones following up. And then you have to predict, if you keep doing actions like this, in how much time do you think one screening call will happen? And now I give a practical answer to yours. Okay, maybe in 1 week, what will happen? What do you think? Okay, in 2 weeks, what will happen? Then you have to reverse back it. Then for actually getting, maybe if 30 is a bigger number, can you define in how much time can you get 5 screening calls? Okay, maybe now that makes a problem more easier to solve. If you want to get 5 screening calls using these numbers, okay, you will weekly reach 150 people, you will drop emails to whatever people, weekly you will do follow-up once, and then you say, oh, 5 screening call itself will take me, let's say, 2 weeks to reach. You never know what's there in the market right now. If it is taking time, it is taking time. Then you have to see, can you improve these actions? Instead of doing a follow-up once per week, can you do 2 follow-ups per week? You have to think about it. Maybe Tuesday also follow up, Friday also follow up. Increase the chances more, the probability of getting the results will grow. This is how you have to plan. How will you accomplish your dream? This is all going as part of the second stage, which is planning towards your goal. Without plan, just jumping in between and trying ki luck ho jayega, luck doesn't happen. You need to create luck. Your actions will create your luck. And that is where comes, you have to strategize to getting your goal. Nothing is left to chance. You sit on the driving seat of your life and make it happen. Now, this is how it comes. Everything is practical. बाद में फिर रोना नहीं है. Don't cry about it, because practically speaking, considering the current market situation, if it takes these much of actions to be done on a daily and weekly basis, then 5 screening calls will come in this much time for you. Now, you analyzed it. You might be wrong, but you have analyzed something. Then you can predict if 5 calls are taking me this much of actions on a daily or weekly level, for getting 5, then comes the question, multiply it by 6, and then you get it like 30 screening. You will have a number now, and then you will realize, oh, August end nahi ho raha hai. It is actually going to maybe September end, because 5 itself is going to take time. And maybe then if you want to multiply those amount of duration, maybe the results will also come. At least mathematically try to reach there. And get practical about it. It's not wishing, guys, and it's not crying and complaining. That's never going to give you a job. Okay, it's never going to give you a job. Wishing, crying, blaming, and this and that. That's, you do the work. The result will come when you put the efforts and work. And now you have to agree with your calculation for getting your job. You have to agree with this. And maybe when you're taking the right actions, you can, देखो, अभी practically बोलते, what more can be done? You might say, instead of 5 hours job hunting daily, I will do 10 hours job hunting. I will double my actions, because I am not okay with September end. I will double the actions and make sure that mid of September itself, I will get it. That will also work. That will also work, right? But are you ready to put 10 hours of daily job hunting, 5 hours of preparation, 15 hours of efforts daily? Because the more you do, the better chances you have, the better, faster you will go. Now, if somebody says, oh, with 5 hours calculation, I was able to get it by September end. But now you have to realize the truth. If daily you are not able to put 5 hours, you are doing it only for 1 hour, what is going to happen? The September will convert into October mid, October end, November mid, November end. And that is the reality. You need to face the truth. And that is where it comes. The step. Job is not about wishing, guys. It is about creating opportunities for yourself. Your actions will create it, will predict your future, what will happen or will not happen. And you need to accept that, because that's what you deserve. If you take more actions, results will come faster. If you're not taking actions, results will be still moving forward in future. It's all practical. And that is where comes this massive actions. Now, different people will make different commitments to themselves and then accordingly jump in for massive actions. Somebody will say, like Tausif was saying, 5 hours, but मैं तो ज़्यादा करूँगा. I'll put 8 hours daily. And those who put more will be rewarded early. There is no luck in play. It's like you are creating that situation and circumstances. But the thing is, if you are taking no actions, future is not going to come near you. It will get even more dragged into the future. September end will become October end, November end, December end. And the point is, guys, time is going to prove this thing. If you don't do the right actions, don't progress over a period of time, you will lose your motivation to succeed. And maybe you will just give up on your dream and even try in some other industry. Now, that's how the real life works. People try, but they are not committed full 100% in. And then when life keeps breaking down people, showing them failures, rejections, nothing's working, people quit and then they leave. And this is, you can predict what you're going to do in future based upon this system. If you are not taking daily actions, just know the end goal is not going to come. Job is not going to happen because it's all a change. When you take daily actions, then screening calls will come. When you go through screening calls and really convince them, then interview calls will be scheduled. When you give the interviews, some will go good. Not everything is going to be good. Now, even though everything is going good, maybe the probability of getting offer is maybe 1/3 or sometimes 1/4. Let's say 5 went good, only 1 succeeded. 20% chance of success. It could be anything. But whatever is reality, accordingly, you have to backtrack your system. And this date, when you come, considering what you can do, that becomes, is end of August really a practical date to accomplish your goal? This is how it is. So now, when you do this, and they go, guys, point is, this review part is pretty simple. On a daily basis, you keep checking yourself. I am doing these activities. Are the results coming? Which of this activity is giving you more results and which is not giving you more results? Because guys, when you're keeping your mind alert and looking at the market, something will happen. Maybe you will realize that instead of daily posting once, you might figure out, okay, in my channel, instead of putting it in my channel, I can put it in some groups where there are more like-minded people. That is having a better chances. So accordingly, you optimize. Okay, you experiment now at every level. Okay, next, instead of dropping one email, can you do like maybe 2 emails on that first day itself? Now that is experimentation at yourself. Okay, maybe should you do like twice follow-up, 3 follow-ups with email? Can you get a phone contact here and call them up on phone? Now that comes to how smartly you can improve the chances of getting results. And that is where more ideas will come to you on how you can get results faster, more guaranteed results. And once you figure out these things, you just have to, that comes as part of your review. Keep checking what you're doing, how it can be made better, how the chances can be evolved. And whichever things are giving more results, you have to increase your actions in that. And that is where it is a constant cycle. Review, improve, and replan your actions. But keep taking actions. And then that is how. Try to become better every single day, every single week. And you will then get to your end result. So that means, even though we have discussed this in the Friday call, I shared you some of the approaches, but there will be always a way to make it more further better, which your mind knows. If you think creatively, ideas will come to you. Now, usko improve karna. And that is where this is essential. And there in the review part, you need to ask a question. Right now, I am doing all these actions. I am not getting towards 5 screening calls. That means the rest of the story is never going to happen. If you cannot even arrange 5 screening calls, that means the rest of the things, 30 screening calls, getting through the interview process and all that thing is in future. First, your target should be, how do I get 5 screening calls? And if these actions are not working for you, then you have to further analyze why it is not working. What is it that you're doing wrong, or what more can be done? But the first goal is, I need to get this. And then you go to internet, chat GPT, blogs, and read more, put your mind to it. All that becomes part of review. Just don't plan this system once and do it for 1 month. No, on a regular basis, daily and weekly basis, keep improving. And then your chances of success is going to be faster. And that is the smart way of accomplishing it. Hard way will be कि भाई सिर्फ काम कर रहे हैं, but not really looking at the results and not really trying to get anywhere. ठीक है? And if you do this long enough, you will guaranteed get your result. Now, let's spend the next 10-15 minutes, every one of you, doing this goal setting, then doing a high level planning. What do you think is practical? Okay. And guys, on a regular basis, keep checking whatever date you finalize and the actions you promised. Are you getting the results accordingly? And accordingly know it. If more actions, faster results means you will get your goal early. If slower results, your goal will be far. Okay. Now guys, they go simple. Let's say before we get started with your activity, just one example so that it becomes clear. देखो, a person wants to travel from point A to point B. ठीक है? एक city से दूसरे city, one person wants to travel. Okay. Now, there are n number of ways to travel. N number of ways. One is he takes a simple bus, boards it, gets it. Next, it is train travel. Next, he goes via self-driven car of himself, or maybe he hires a car and then travels via that, or he goes via flight, or somebody might say, I will go via two-wheeler. Somebody might say, I will go taking lifts. Somebody might say, I will just walk. Now, what is happening? You are at one stage of your life. You want to go to the another stage. Now, different ways are there by which you can reach it. You are here right now, not having the job. You need to go to a place where you actually have a job offer. There are n number of ways of getting it. Some ways are faster. If you choose a flight, it will take you in 2 hours to the destination. If you choose train, different time, bus, different time, private car, different time, walking, different time, cycling, different time, two-wheelers, different time. But depending upon what ideas and actions you implement, accordingly, faster or slower, you will reach towards your destination. But as long as you are moving in that direction, you will reach it. This is how it applies here as well. The job strategy which we discuss is one of a faster route to get there. If you are not going via the faster route, if you're going step by step, just walking, just know it. What others can accomplish in 1 month, maybe it will take 6 months for you to accomplish, because your strategies, your ideas itself are. Eventually it will get, but will you be committed for 6 months in your hunt for the job? Understand, guys, it's all practical. Right ideas, right amount of actions, and then accomplishing things. Wrong ideas, wrong amount of actions, but at least doing it, more time will be there, but you will reach it. Now, the point is just take this example always in your mind and always ask a question. Are you following a slow strategy, right strategy, and how you can improve, how you can get faster, and how you can get results quickly? But remember, no matter what path you choose, if you give up in between, you are never reaching your destination. Some people might not, this is where they go, real life is just like this. Some people might say, my family has given me time, कि भाई only for 2 months, try it. In within 2 months, if you're not getting it, you will be out. People might have this kind of ultimatums. It all again becomes part of this. If you want to achieve within 2 months to get your goal, but if you are choosing a track, ideas of walking, you should know, guys, thoda sensible. If you walk, it is going to take you 6 months. Then in 2 months, you can never accomplish that target. So if you want to do it within 2 months, your ideas should be hyper booster ideas and your amount of action should be huge actions. Okay, so deadlines will help you to get it. If you set कि भाई 6 महीने बाद ही job करना है, even you will never try to go all in. So now I'm just trying to show you, okay, you will get the results. You will be in the game. You will get the results out of it. But the thing is, how quickly or slowly you get it depends upon your ideas and depends upon your actions. If you do it properly, results will be faster. If you don't do it properly, everything is going to be messed up in future. And regularly keep checking. Okay, now I've walked 1 month, 15 days. Am I really on track? How fast or slow I'm going? What should I do? How can I become better? And guys, you need to know your brain can think, you can analyze. So for the remaining 8 minutes of the call, let's do this kind of plan. कुछ तो लेके Come up with a practical end date by which you can get the job. I'm saying practical end date. Chalo, everybody, open up your notepad or something. First, write down your clear-cut thing. What kind of role you are targeting for? What kind of package? थोड़ा सा practical roles के लिए. Okay, don't just set up imaginary things, because you need to find, are there companies willing to pay that much of package which you're asking for? Because what will happen if your needs are big, maybe then 50 or 5 screen instead of maybe 30 screening calls, maybe you have to then go to only those companies which are offering that much package, and that companies itself might be less. Your full planning has to change accordingly. So based upon your requirement, your planning, when new questions will come, new checkpoints will come. Fine. So guys, firstly, write this thing down. What role you are applying and what package you are applying for. Go for practicality, not something imaginary. Okay, something ye karna hai, we need to get it. Please do it, everyone. And when will you want isko thoda backtrack, take it down based upon this discussion that we did here, and do it as per amount of preparation. Okay, maybe if your preparation is strong, from 10 interviews, it might not be required really to give 10 interviews to get one offer. If your preparation is strong, maybe just with 5 interviews you can get that offer. So it depends on how prepared. And some people might say, oh, maybe I have to give 20 interviews to get one offer. Now, accordingly, like different people will have a different roadmap trajectory here, but it has to be accomplished practically only. It has to be practically only. And while you're taking all these efforts, something will click on the way. So, chalo everyone, start breaking it down. I've already shared it on the screen. Start thinking. Ask these questions to yourself. Okay, I want one job offer. Don't fix any dates. I want one job offer. How many interviews? This should be your first question. How many interviews do I need to give for getting one offer? Write down answer for this. Different people will have different, but whatever you feel might happen, try to give that. How many interviews do you feel will be required for you to get one offer? And once you're done with this answering this question, let's do it together. That's where I'll even checkpoint the right questions for you. How many interviews do I need to give for getting one offer? Fill up some answer here, guys. And it depends upon your preparation. Okay, have you answered it? Make your best guess. It need not be perfect, because you will improve your system. Okay, just you will improve your system. You will realize, arey nahi yaar, 1/3 ratio is not working, 1/4 chal raha hai, 1/5 chal raha hai. You can keep changing these numbers once you get more information. Okay, but for now, start with something, the best guess that you can make. Okay, did you write the answer for this guess? Just confirm in chat. And get practical about it. If your preparation is up to the mark, then it will go. Okay, get practical about it. Don't get emotional. Okay, okay, chalo. Yes, thank you for confirming in chat. Now the point is, how many interviews? Okay, fine. Now the thing is, let's ask the second question. Okay, how many screening calls will be required for getting those many interviews? Screening calls is like HR trying to call you for the first talk. Okay, hey, we have an opening here. Would you like to join in or give an interview? Are you the right fit for it? How many screening calls? And know that not all screening calls convert it into interview due to whatever reasons. But ye ratio, though, you have to keep it solid. Like maybe 15 screening call में से 10 interview तो लगने ही चाहिए. That will help you to pinpoint the problem. If screening to interview is not happening, that means there is a problem in the way you are attending your screening calls. If screening call itself is not coming, that means problem वहां पे एक एक करके you need to see what portion is failing for you, and then fix that, analyze it, fix it, and then again measure the results. It's all practically to be done, guys. This is how projects happen in IT industry. Finding the problem, fixing the problem, and then checking, is it fixed? If it is fixed, good. Next problem. Okay, and that's how life has to be lived also. So how many screening calls will be required? Get practical about it. If you think you're not good in first time impressions or talking there, maybe you would need more calls. And then you work on that, and then these numbers will improve. Okay, fine. How many screening calls required? Can you just confirm if you are done with this answer? And get practical, guys. There is nothing good or bad about this. You need to do based upon what you think about yourself, and it is all fine. It is all fine. Okay? And that is where you will improve on this base plan with me. But you have to stick with the planning and then work on it and then improve it. You cannot just let the system run by itself. You need to control your life. Okay, fine. Now the thing is, let's ask this question. Okay, what should be your daily and weekly? This is going to be a bigger answer. Maybe you should continue this after this session also. But next two questions is, what should be your daily and weekly actions for getting those screening calls? And here we have only 24 hours. Okay, this, then you have to answer this. How much time will it take? Based upon this, how much time will it take to get those many X screening calls? Now, these two answers need proper understanding what we discussed in the week one. Try to see what actions you are taking, what actions can you take. In that, then mention these are the list of regular actions that I will do. Okay, and accordingly, by this much time, come up with a practical date and honest date to yourself. Itna kaam karenge daily or weekly basis pe, accordingly in this much time I will get this much screening calls. Now it could be any number, but you need to come up with the right number for that. Okay, so immediately now we will take the attendance. We will close this call. It is 7:29. You continue with these two questions. Just write down the questions at least. What should be your daily and weekly action for getting those many screening calls? Write down the first question. And after that, write down the second question. How much time will it take to get screening calls considering above actions? And you need to understand, everybody will have a different planning, different actions. Somebody will say, no, yaar, I will take a huge amount of actions. Then those people have better chances of getting it faster. But important thing is you need to review your progress and improve on your actions. Don't be dumb. Hey, bhai, ek mahina purana strategy hai, wahi maar rahe, no results coming, still working on the same thing. Then you have to keep analyzing and becoming better. Okay, theek hai? So write down the second question. Meanwhile, I'll share you the attendance. I will share this whatever conversation in the chat. This video is going to be available on YouTube as well for future reference. You can watch through this again. It's already live streamed there. It's 7:30. Let me share you the attendance for today. Morning routine. And guys, join in. Thoda sa 10 din ke liye, give this commitment, because I really want you to get started towards your dream of getting results in life. Okay. Point is, once this initial momentum is picked, now from there you can run very smoothly. The main thing is, how do you run this engine? Okay, chalo. Attendance for today. Pasting it in the chat. Mark your attendance, everyone. Yes, whatever is there in the notepad right now, I'm pasting it into our WhatsApp group, so you can even have this for reference. Morning session notes. Take these two questions down, guys. That's important. Now, what is this? Now, you might automatically get some clarity. Array, goal was so easy to plan and accomplish. That's the power of planning. With the right plan, you will get confidence. What should I do? What should I not do? And That is going to tell you whether you'll get results or not. Okay. So chalo, please mark the attendance, everyone. There is no code. It is a daily counter. In the morning attendance, there is no code. It's a daily counter where you have to just maintain like this is what day of the morning. If this is your first day for the morning, just mention 1 there. Okay. And I've already pasted it in the chat, and guys, they go. Everybody will get the results if they are working on the right. So you all can accomplish your dreams, but you all cannot accomplish your dreams also if you realize ki, oh, you did not take the right actions. Okay? So it's all up to you how quickly or later you will succeed. Okay, somebody is asking for live YouTube link as well. Let me paste it. I'm pasting it in the WhatsApp group again, live recording. You can go through it again, sit and at least have a high level plan, and then we will tomorrow build further on top of this. Okay, everything is accomplished. Chalo. Thank you all, everyone, for this morning time. See you guys tonight, 9 p.m. We will be talking final 2 days of the evening program as well. We need to get into how to work in the IT industry, and then we will take registrations for the September month batch. And yes, we will be offering some nice discounts for the current batch people who are enrolling for September project batch and internship batch. Okay. So thank you, everybody, and have a nice day. Take care of yourself. Okay. Bye.